Hi, I'm Chris Clarkson, psychotherapist. Let me explain a little about hypnosis and how it affects us physically and mentally. The first thing I should say is that hypnosis is very naturally occurring. What I mean by this is that we will at some point lapse into a hypnotic trance at various points of the day. For the mind, it's simply an altered state of awareness. This is where our awareness moves from one thing to another without us being aware that it's happened. A great example of this is when you drive a mundane journey, say to work, and you may find at times that your mind completely just moves away from the process of driving and just daydreams. But even though our conscious part of the mind has drifted off, the unconscious part of the mind is still driving the car for you. It has the habit of driving imprinted upon it. So if a car in front brakes, you snap out the daydream trance and brake yourself. You may also drift into a trance when being absorbed in a story on TV or in a book. When we use hypnosis in therapy, we recreate this trance-like state of mind by guiding the client gently into an altered state of awareness by suggesting certain things such as relaxation of the body and the mind. When hypnotized, people can become very focused on imagery and feelings that the therapist suggests to them. Using these methods, the person can use positive imagery, and because the mind is so very relaxed and free of normal stresses and the clutter of everyday life, it enables the hypnotized person to see things very clearly. A relaxed mind is also far more open and accepting to positive suggestion. If delivered in the right way, the client will accept certain things said to them as long as those things fit in with what the client wants. During hypnosis, the unconscious part of the mind becomes more responsive. The unconscious brain is responsible for our memory and emotions. It is also responsible for beating our heart, breathing, body temperature and blood pressure. In hypnosis, there is an increase in brainwave function, as well as an increase in creative functioning. In fact, lower frequency brainwaves are created, which are very similar to the brainwaves during dreaming and sleep. There is also a decrease in functioning of the left side of the brain. This is the part responsible for logic and reasoning. In a recent study involving measuring brainwave activity using MRI scans, hypnosis was shown to lower the activity in two parts of the brain. The first part responsible for visual processing and the other part used to handle conflicts. This lowering of the two parts of the brain made the subject much more accepting of the suggestions. Using these methods, the person can be very positively influenced using certain imagery. And because the mind is very relaxed and free of the normal stresses and clutter of everyday life, it enables the hypnotized person to see things very clearly. In a therapeutic environment, the body becomes so very relaxed and free of tension that it feels very heavy, limp, loose and relaxed. A little later on, it almost feels as if your body isn't there at all. Of course, we know it's there, but it's just a really nice feeling, a complete rest and calmness. In fact, hypnosis can create amazing changes in the body. For example, we can use suggestions of numbness and anesthesia to make certain parts of the body lose sensation. When this happens, the subject will not only feel any pain. In fact, some hypnotized patients can undergo actual surgery or dentistry without the need for an anesthetic, simply using the power of the mind.